Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of you have been asking for it. 6 vs 6. Let's play some games. So, unfortunately, I haven't been playing ranked or 6v6. So our account, we're not in top 500. You can see the ranks that we're playing with and against. We're currently in our placement games. So a couple of days ago, I actually played quite a few 6v6 games, and simply put, I thought, look, we're playing in low rank, we're not deliberately smurfing, we're literally trying to rank up our highest ranked account. So let's make a video on some clip farming. So basically we're going to be doing loads and loads of trolling. Not like trolling. We're still trying to win the game, but let's do it in style. And so I played a bunch of those games, recorded them, went to go and basically edit the video, and my OBS decided to put some big block all over the top of the video, which meant that all of the recordings were completely useless. So this is kind of take two. We are a bit more familiar with 6v6 after a few games, but we're still quite new to it. I still don't understand half of the new heroes in the game because we've been playing Stadium. So yeah, and certainly don't understand anything about the meta or what heroes I can fight, who I can't fight. You lose all of that knowledge when you step away for a while. So, I mean, yeah, I think we played quite good. Had no intention of fading that Sigma Rock, by the way. Just believed that it wasn't going to hit, and we tried to fade jump up top, but the Ramatra Circle of Filth made that fade a little bit more difficult than it'd normally be. We had to take a weird angle onto it. And as I said, I'm going to be playing an aggressive DPS Moira, basically. A similar style to how I first ever started playing Moira. So, yeah, back in the day, we should have probably faded that rock, but we could take the hit. So back in the day, I used to be a Hanzo main. The Q times on DPS started to get really, really high. So I was looking at Zenyatta because I thought, well, Zen's got to be quite similar to Hanzo, and rather than wait for ages, I can just play support and get faster Qs and play 90% of what Hanzo's gameplay is. And so I tried Zen, hated him, and out of frustration on what to do, I just picked Moira, kind of to troll. And honestly, I probably had the most fun that I'd ever had playing Overwatch, just playing Moira in a very stupid way. And I realized she's got a lot of potential. Like, just the fact that we can fade, the fact that we have self-sustain, and it's a hero that I would never have expected that I would play in Overwatch. I've always played like ranged sniper kind of heroes. That's why I like playing Hanzo, I like playing Torb, because you get that sort of sit back, and it's reasons why I don't really play heroes like Genji or Tracer. They're a bit too close ranged. But something about Moira, I realized there was a lot of untapped potential with the hero. Not just about, okay, right click and kill people, but distractions and getting people to use abilities and just playing really, really smart. So obviously we do some stupid things, right? But what I mean is there's theory to it. Like, we're going to fade jump up top and fail the jump and land right in front of a Sigma who rocks us to death, right? Stuff like that will happen. But the principle behind a play like that is if we get up onto the high ground and harass them, our team get to move this objective, and we should be able to disengage from a play like that if it works out. And so that's what I really liked about Moira when I first picked her up, and I started really practicing. Like, the amount of time I spent learning fade jumps back before Moira had a high jump when she faded. Right now, by the way, we're just waiting for them to push forward, and then we're going to hit Coalescence. Couple of players overextended. Now this separates the team. Again, it's not just about killing everybody. The idea here is that players are going to have to turn around and deal with us. That's going to open up our team at the choke point. We do manage to get both of the supports down. Sigma's here, just about getting fade in time. So now we're on the high ground. Sigma can definitely kill us here, especially if we've got 23 health. Oh, he's so low. No, he got to the Mega in time. Slight different fade there, and I think I just kill him. But yeah, so I really enjoyed playing Moira. figuring out how to play her. Most people at the time were just standing behind the team, healing, and if they're in danger, they're going to fade back. And to be honest, that's still how most people play Moira today. But not me. A couple of us Moira mains many years ago, we started to realize the potential of distractions and flanks, and you still have healing, you still provide that for your team like now, but it isn't your primary focus. And so yeah, anyway, that was certainly a long intro to the video. We're halfway through the map, well, at least the attacking side of it. We're certainly, as mentioned, going to be trying to play aggressively, trying to have a bit of fun with this as well. We will be, I mean, this certainly won't be optimal play, but it's also a bit of limit testing, which I also like to do. So we're going to be pushing into positions that are a bit uncomfortable and seeing if we can adapt to them and maybe make something happen. Get onto the stairs for the fade up top. We wouldn't have been able to make it without climbing those stairs. We do take down whoever that hero is. And Pharah's very low. Moira's not healing them. Oh, we actually lost track of where the Pharah was, which was a bit frustrating, and our team did end up dying to that. We are still behind them on the flank. See if we can get some damage over onto the Baptiste. Keep attacking the Bap. Don't go for the lamp. It's tempting, but the lamp will eventually expire, and if you can keep Bap on low health, you can end up doing something like that. If you are with a team, like it's not a 1v1, attack the lamp. But another reason for attacking the Bap and not the lamp is you're going to get the self-sustain, like the lifesteal back when you're attacking Bap. If you attack the lamp, you're not getting anything back. So that's, I've seen people complain about that in comments before years ago. Like, no, kill the lamp first, then the Bap. Nope, don't do that. Trust me, I'm doing it right. Okay, team's going to be pushing forward. We're going, as I said, into a bit of a stupid position and seeing how we fare. In this case, we just end up having to back off. They didn't really target us or punish us either. So that works out quite well. Moira with a fade away. Gonna fire the damage orb. Does get a heal orb, but didn't follow it. I think they may have survived if they'd followed the heal orb after the bounce. Or at least they would have survived from us. I think our team would have yeah, got round the corner. But maybe she would have had another fade in time. So we checked there, pressing tab to see if they still had a Pharah or not. They did not. That means there are limited heroes that are able to contest us up onto the high ground. So we did the cheeky little fade jump just to get up top there. Coalescence on the rest of the team. Trying to get some healing here. Making sure to heal the tank, but we're trying to line our body up with everybody else. At least we kept him alive for quite a while. Reverse orb over onto the Orisa. Does get taken down. Tried a little fade jump up there. There is a way to jump off of the box and slide in a similar jump to what we did earlier, but I've forgotten it, honestly. And 24 eliminations. We do take the first half of this map. Nearly 9,000 damage. So I did a little bit of video editing. Imagine. Just to save you guys some of the downtime in between the rounds. We do have a few games. Going here, don't do it. I remember at the time thinking, oh, I could jump over there. No, that'd be stupid. And then I went, but we're playing stupid. So let's just do it. I'm really surprised nobody heard me. Like, they would have heard the landing, but I mean, it is a lower rank. Yeah, axed by the Junker Queen, so we are going to have to fall back. Try and flat bounce the orb so it goes back towards my team for anybody that's going to be standing in the choke. And our team is just pushing over into their spawn. I will try and save you, Malga. I think that was the Rhine from earlier, and we had some pretty cool synergy on the middle stage of King's Row. The Mega is there, which is nice. Damage orb trap. We are getting pushed. We're going to stay here for just a second. It's a Junker Queen, though. If it was a DPS, that would have been very nice, actually. I think we could have got the kill. And this annoying Ramatra circle again. Okay, we are going to have to fade back. Flat bounce again on that wall. We didn't just fire at our team. We made sure that it's going to be able to bounce back and heal any players on that bounce back. And yeah, it does keep their health quite high and allows us to right click instead of just focusing on healing them. Okay, just wait for the exit there. Let's jump across. Nobody's on that low ground. We've got Coalescence. Not the smartest thing to do. Moira is going to fade. Okay, Kiriko, I mean, tanks that for quite a while. We don't really care. It's all about just buying time. We've already completed the map in 1 minute and 12 seconds. Well, with 1 minute and 12 seconds left. So the longer we can stall out any parts of this map, I don't mind if I use my ultimate and it gains us a few seconds, or we win a fight like this. That is absolutely fine by me. I don't know of a fade jump off of that bin, by the way, but we thought we'd try it. Cause why not? Right, up onto the high ground. Now I press tab here because I see a DPS is changing hero and I'm expecting a Widowmaker. I actually genuinely thought that at the time, and they did switch to Widowmaker. I wish I had the real-time commentary for that one. We're just going to fire an orb, put some pressure on them and see if we can bait a few shots from them. Like so. Back over to our little corner. Should keep us safer from the Widow than being on the other side, so we might as well play from here. Hands up top, bit of standstill and kind of tap dodging. We do standstill dodges until they use storm arrows. At that point, we still minimize movement because, yeah, Hanzos would sort of alternate where they're aiming with their arrows with storm arrows, so we actually still want a pause. Damage orb. Oh, we're being attacked by Moira. We're gonna have to fade back, but no, the Ramacho. Okay, if they push around the corner, we die. Heal orb might keep us alive a little bit. His health is low, very low, but he does actually manage to take down one of our players there. 51 health. Oh, please do not dragon in here. I would have been really surprised if they did. That would have been so, like, big brain. Naga's pushing the hands out. Has low health, but yeah, did manage to make that play. Heal orb, again, flat bounce, but the Maug's absorbing some of that time. We've got Coalescence. Okay, there's a lot of players that can line up. Ramacha with that armor is going to be a little bit tricky, but we can put pressure on them and force them all back through the choke point. Don't actually get any kills. Just remember, we're going to do stupid things and see how it fares. At least we get a tank down, but it's not a good trade because they obviously get much closer spawns than I do. That is something you have to consider when you decide to make trades. And let's see how our team can survive. 4 players there. The enemy team's going to have 6 about now. I'm going to bounce this off the first window. That first window, you see the orb bounce going through towards the point. Hanzo is in there. It's okay, there's Hanzo and Bastion. Hanzo dies to that orb. Bastion uses the ultimate. Doesn't mean they're not contesting on the point. I swear I'm outside of that circle, but I guess it still hits there. Quick tag over onto the low health Moira. And that looks like it's going to be it for King's Row. We do get the win. 46 eliminations, nearly 15,000 damage, still 11,000 healing. We do healing. And now we're going on to what used to be, and probably still is, my favorite Moira attacking map, Circuit Royale. Might surprise some of you guys, but love this map. So Roadhog is playing inside the Ark's house. I'll get more onto that later. We just try and bait the hooks out of them and push forward. Now I want to fade over up to the stairs just to put pressure on any DPS up there. See if we can force them off of that high ground. Damage orb is going to do a little bit. Got to still play it cautiously as we drop down, and Roadhog gets a nice hook over onto the Sigma. Barriers, bad angle for that, but those barriers are super useful for bouncing orbs. I mean, it made its way around there, but didn't really accomplish too much. Tried to jump bait the railgun shot. It's a bit scary with the Roadhog there. Our orb didn't really bounce very well, so we're going to walk forward. Probably could have got the kill on them, but it is a bit scary with the Roadhog. Just making sure that there's walls that we can step behind to take cover from the hooks. As our team pushing forward very nicely here. We're going to be chasing this Juno up in the sky. Juno eliminated. Our players are getting a little bit low. Maybe we can put pressure over onto the Sojourn. It's one thing, by the way, a lot of people also tell me, oh, attack the Mercy, not the DPS. But the thing is, if you attack the Mercy damage amps the DPS, and if the DPS turns to peel for the Mercy, then that's a damage amped DPS, right, attacking you. Whereas if you attack the DPS, you might not actually get the kill, but the DPS isn't going to be damage amped because the Mercy's healing them, and that distracts 2 players for the price of 1. So it's not always about just getting the kills onto players. It's also, you just got to think about the value. The whole time that we're engaging a DPS and a Mercy, then yeah, we're going to be getting extra value basically, because it's not like the Mercy just goes, oh, well, I shouldn't be healing you. And the DPS doesn't go, well, I'm going to ignore you. Sometimes they do in high ranks, by the way, but 99% of the time in the lower ranks, they don't really ignore you. And you just get this positive value trade until the moment that you get killed. And quite often you do get killed, but it's all about timing those decisions. Oh, Sigma roll. He's low health though, we might be able to cancel it. Oh, we didn't. We do get the kill over onto the Sigma, but Sigma did get 2 of our players. It's a shame. A little bit less health or somebody else hitting a couple more shots and maybe we could have saved them before the slam. Doesn't really matter though. So, still 4 minutes to go. Tried the orb bounce, but I've forgotten the angle of it. You can bounce an orb early and it'll just go in between the gap. It also looks super stylish, which is why we're going to do it. That orb hopefully will bounce off one of the barriers. Either way, nice hook from the Roadhog, taking down that Sojourn as we are pushing forward. Yeah, not too intimidated by the ults here. Any damage that we can get onto players in the back line, the healers are probably going to start healing those players and not the players who are still stuck outside. That just allows our team to kind of walk over them. Continuous pushing up top. We're pretty safe from a lot of the players here. Bounce the orb to go around the corner. Want to kill these barriers because you don't need them for a fade jump up here. And we can continue the pressure. Do take quite a bit of damage. Waiting in case Sojourn jumps up here. Doesn't appear to be doing so. Bounce the orb, but they backed off and we hear footsteps up top from the soldier. Health is okay, but we're just buying some time for our orbs. Soldier is already looking at us, waiting to see if they are going to push us. Could have gone for healing orb here, but opted for the damage orb because we had fade and it was only one player. We were pretty confident that we were going to get a kill. So there's a diva now who hasn't spotted us, which is very nice. Genuinely considered... Oh, no, wait. Okay. I genuinely considered picking Destruction's Divide there, but I've only just realized it's not the major perk. And that was simply because I've got my coal and it looks like the map's about to end. So just letting you know what my real-time thoughts were at the time. But yeah, we couldn't have done that anyway. We opted against it because I just thought, yeah, reversal. There's still some stuff we can do with it. And I really don't like the longer fade. It just messes up timing and stuff. And yeah, I know you can cancel it, but I'm just not going to pick it. 17 eliminations, 5,500 damage, and an alright amount of healing. Now, I told my team to come and defend in the Ark's house. If you don't know what that is, it's this. This is my house. Look, it says residents, blah, 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 some Arks, right? Now, it's not just trolling. This is an excellent place to defend from. Like, yes, players can push through that back doorway, but if you've got a tank sitting over there, you can continuously bounce these orbs. You've got areas of cover and you can stall the payload from here. Sitting on the high ground doesn't give you much of an advantage. Anyway, I was spamming group up for my team. I typed in them beforehand. Nobody came with me, but I am going to defend my property. So I don't care if the whole enemy team's here. We're going to see what we can do. Basically, get off my lawn. So Sigma's getting very low here. We've got to make sure that we're cautious. Oh, Moira accidentally body blocked. And okay, the Roadhog does get the hook on us. Meanwhile, the team up here can't achieve anything because as soon as they get low health, they get pressured into poor positions. High ground is misleading at times. That high ground is one of the worst in the games. The advantage of high ground is that you get the choice to disengage from a fight, whereas players on the low ground don't get that option. The problem is there's nowhere to disengage from that fight that's of any benefit. Like, you can't walk backwards to utilize the high ground. You can only take one of the side routes, like going that room, and there's more of that available on the low ground. So it doesn't make too much sense. The only advantage is that certain heroes can't actually attack you. That's it. It's not a high ground you should be obsessed with at all. You know, if they've got a Rhine, for example, yes, you're safer up here. But we're going to try and push the Moira. There's a Roadhog there. Stand still. Just to dodge the hooks. I want to push this Zen. I couldn't see him, but he was in that little doorway. Still, Roadhog's going to have his hook back again soon, so we're just going to back off there. Bounce the damage orb over off of the barrier. Again, I've got my house back. I want to play from there. Not against that, so we're going to fade all the way through. Coalescence over onto the Zen. I think one of our DPS got a shot, because unless they've buffed Coalescence in an extreme manner, then yeah, that wasn't all us. We do manage to fade over into this room and take a Mega, and that gives us some ground up top to play with. If we bounced the orb the other way, that would have been nice over onto the Moira. Just waiting to see if anybody is going to push us. There is a D.Va. We're just ready to fade back towards our team, or potentially into the house if D.Va pushes us. But we hear soldier footsteps. This should be okay. Heal orb, get that little instant heal. Obviously he's got some healing as well. It's close. 1 for 1. I'll take it, but it looks like our team might be losing the actual battle here. Right, they've only got 1 minute and 25 seconds to cap this first point. Try an ambitious bounce, why not? Oh, it was actually closer than I thought it would be. Probably could have saved them if we didn't go for that. But remember, we're trying things out. Moira does get taken down by the Bastion. I wouldn't normally go for a contest here, but we absolutely are. Trying to be a bit sneaky. Sigma has clocked us though. Heal orb, still trying to get the contest. We had to go forward. We would have been much safer inside the room, being able to dodge more Sigma shots, but we wouldn't contest it from there. So that little step out was required. And yeah, Sigma didn't really miss the shot. So enemy team do manage to cap the first point. We did try with a heal orb, but yeah, didn't quite work. Okay, we're not going to take any more shots from the Sigma. Well, actually, we did, but not by fighting them head on. You can dodge quite a lot of those shots, but there is a limit to how many you're actually going to, want to take there. Bounce back and use heal orb for ourselves. Again, flat bounce so that it still plays kind of around here. Somebody might get some value out of it. Can't heal players outside, over in that doorway. I thought I had Coalescence. That fade with the damage orb, the entire point of that was a coal push. But I didn't quite have it. So unfortunate, and that just, it looks really, really bad. That orb, I think you should bounce it a little bit higher to get over to your team. I think it worked anyway, but yeah, if you want to do the bounce there, let's try it now. I mean, that's just tilt. I was frustrated that I didn't have Coalescence in the previous one, so we thought, well, let's just do it anyway. And yeah, of course, the conditions were way different in that scenario. So a little bit of troll. Still, we are already beating the enemy team's time. So regardless of how well they perform here, we're in a better position than them. Do have our perk now. Damage orb. Okay, healing orb's not really going to help us, but that push, we had both the DPS targeting us when we fade forward. The rest of our team were also pushing forward. So it's sort of, we sacrifice our life, but it allows our team to move forward, and we deal a decent amount of damage on players. Even if they get the kill over onto us, they were just too weak to actually do anything to stop the rest of our team. And we're happy to make sacrifices like that. Okay, so just playing over onto the choke. If we bounce the orbs around the corner up and down here, it's very unlikely that D.Va is going to be able to use defense matrix and eat them. But as our team back off when they're low health, the orb should heal them, including myself, because that's where we're playing. It's both self-healing and for the team. We're going to have to fade that rock because we took a little bit too much damage. Again, I don't want to use the orb just there because it'll probably get eaten immediately. So we'll just be patient with it. Heal orb for a soldier, being very ambitious there. Oh, we're taking a lot of damage though. We do have to fade backwards. Ash from down in the doorway does take us down. Still got our Ash over onto the high ground though. Up against the mini D.Va standing still. Okay, enemy team making some progress. They've got 2 minutes remaining. We do occasionally use reverse orb, by the way. I was thinking about going forward, but we've used all our cooldowns, but we're reasonably safe. It only takes off half of our health. Transcendence is there, so we will have to use Coalescence probably defensively. It's a little bit awkward though, because I do want to use it defensively while our team pushes. So we just delay the Coalescence a little bit, lining up a lot of players here. Soldier gets taken down. Sigma, very, very low. Eliminated as well. We are pushing forward. Going to fade back as our health was getting a little bit too low. That's where I think you should bounce the orb, just for the double bounce to get over to the choke point like that. A little bit higher than you think is what I would say. If you bounce on the lower wall, it doesn't actually get on the stairs. Well, up the stairs, it just hits them and bounces straight up, I think. Dangerous soldier down the bottom. We're going to have to fade all the way back. Don't want to just sit on the high ground where we get spammed there. Buy some time for our cooldowns. Moira's cooldowns are pretty fast, so Yeah, we only need a second or so. Just take a breather, basically. Baby Diva does get eliminated. Let's just fire an orb there in case they were lower than I thought. Juno, she was out in the open. We need to get that healing off over onto her. I mean, we can't play too aggressive here. I mean, we're playing over at the choke, but it's not like pushing out is going to work. They just spawn next to us. However, we can pressure the soldier. The orb is in there. We're looking for a reverse orb. Didn't actually get the kill. Okay, enemy Moira uses Coalescence. Damage orb into the choke point. Hopefully zone some players off there. We've got healing over onto our team. Pressure the backline so they can't come in, but no, Zen hits Transcendence. You have to fade back, bounce the heal orb. Hopefully it doesn't hit the objective. Graviton Surge goes in from our Xayah. Lots of players getting kind of crushed there, and I didn't see that the soldier actually died, which is who we were looking for there. And with only 6 seconds remaining, it does look like we are going to be taking Circuit Royale. So if we can get a cheeky kill at the end, maybe just. 40 eliminations, 13,200 damage, 12,000 healing. Honestly, that's the kind of stats I normally get on Circuit Royale. I tend to find that the healing and damage are pretty even, with slightly more damage. And that is one of the reasons why I love that map. So, New Queen Street. This was actually picked as a random map, which I didn't know was a thing. Teams voted for it, but then apparently just random map appeared, and this was not one of the choices. But I was happy about it because I didn't like those maps anyway. So I used to love this map. I found it was very, very tactical with the objective. You could do all sorts of stalls just to try and win. We do none of that. Actually, that's a lie. Keep watching. We do something kind of fun to do with stalling, but we do none of the tactical stalls that I used to do on this map. And, you know, playing for the forward spawns, which is a big part of these push maps. Like securing and denying forward spawns and retaining forward spawns as well. If I had to summarize push, if you focus on those elements, you will win so many more games than you lose. Okay, we did get put in some chains, so we couldn't fade. I'm not very familiar with playing against that hero. Don't even know their name. Is it Mizuki? Something like that. As you can tell, it's been a while since we've played ranked. But teams seem to be doing quite well. I'm also very much not used to the pace of payload rate, push maps anymore. In Stadium, things move a lot quicker. In this, you do get time. You know, it is a 10-minute map. And yeah, things are a little bit slower. Sojourn pushes me, very low health, but Xayah Bubbles saves him from the orb. I'm just trying to put damage out on anybody. As soon as our health gets a little bit low, can fade around knowing that there's a health pack here, and we had orb options, whether that was damage or healing orb available for us. Still trying to put some pressure, but we're largely being ignored, which is always unfortunate. Okay, fade back again. We are still behind them, looking for any low health players. That support gets another bubble again. Coalescence hopefully helps us out, but Xayah actually doing loads of damage. We probably charged up like 56 energy. Bit surprising how much damage came out, but I guess we weren't just being shot by the Xayah there. So our team haven't managed to get it to the checkpoint, which is obviously a huge milestone, changing how the respawns are going to be working. Aggressive fade because we're still doing kind of stupid stuff. Yeah, I have no idea what that ult does. I think I've tried damaging players in there before and it didn't really work. I think it may do something about blocking projectiles. But yeah, we just kind of gave up trying to engage too much in that. Quick bit of healing. I mean, Emery there did say they needed healing, so let's, yeah, provide them with some. It was good use of the I need healing button as well. And there is such a thing as bad use of it. It can be a distraction for your team to press that button if you don't actually need healing. Or sometimes you do need healing, but other people need it more. And pressing that button can really throw supports off. Be careful how much you use it. It's one of the reasons why I don't really ever press it. Like, unless it's critical, like I've used all of my cooldowns and I'm fading back, sometimes I'll press it, but yeah, I don't press it very often. Okay, enemy team about to get it to the checkpoint. They will be getting forward spawns from now on, unless we get it back to the midpoint. Pushing out. We've got Coalescence, but just got to make sure that nobody's chasing me down. Looking for where I'm going to fire the orb. Got to bounce it, assuming the players are going to retreat back. It does actually get some damage over onto the Sojourn. We do manage to take down Mercy. Got to get her before the Xayah bubble comes in. Okay. The Xayah, we heard them behind us, but... Oh, wow, the damage hurts. He'll jump up top. Let them know we're here. Got chained again. Heal Orb, we need that extra burst of healing, which we did get. And I don't think they've got any cooldowns left. So we're just going to kind of dodge the shots. Still enemy team making loads of progress here. Nowhere near our ult either. Looking to reverse orb, which we do. Can we steal the bot maybe? Get a bit of distance back. Sojourn's there. Was not happy with the fade position. I wanted to be in a position where I can line an orb up. And then I was indecisive on whether I should damage or heal orb. Like sometimes it's better off just to go with damage orb there because you know that they're either going to hit the next railgun or they're not. And that's, in that matchup, that's what's going to determine who wins. So maybe the heal orb is irrelevant because if they hit it, even if you were healing, they're going to take you down in that scenario. So can our team get this robot to the middle just to prevent any of the forward spawns? Oh, hello. Mercy, low health, very low health. I guess we can't damage in that ult, but somebody did. It's quite a bit of damage. We're playing in this position for a reason. Notice how we turned so many players around and then Kiriko got killed because they weren't looking at the other threats. Heal orb for our team there also give us the little instant heal for us. Going to reverse it in case we need to. Just in case we need to heal a bit more. I think we might have already got it past this forward spawn thing. Yeah, I didn't hear a sound. The orb bounce taking down the Sojourn. Thank you, Blizzard, for those very minor but significant orb buffs. I want to throw a heal orb in there, but didn't look like they were going to stay in there. A couple of good shots from the Cassidy. We're going to fade away. We haven't got an orb yet, so just buy a bit of time. Could go for a flank while we're buying that time. Just going to wait for passive health regen a little bit. Nobody is up top. We do have Coalescence, though. Damage over onto that annoying support. Xayah's there as well. We'll have a bubble. Can we change over to the Sojourn instead? Oh, the Mercy just arriving in time. Damage orb might have been better there. But that orb will still travel down towards our team and get a little bit of healing out onto them. So, enemy team still has a significant lead. But we are making some progress. We do get the forward spawns now, which is huge. Fire that orb through there. Does it get any healing? Delayed our jump out the window there so that we could get the fade. A bit clean to go through and our Ryan gets taken down. There's still 3 minutes 35 seconds remaining. Okay, let's fade all the way back. Support our other player or stagger us both, whichever way you want to look at it. Xayah is also here though, so might be able to accomplish something with that. Annoying support does get taken down. Ramatra's over onto us. Xayah, come back. Couldn't dodge any of his shots, which is annoying. And yes, you can dodge his punches quite well. I've had clips in the past of just dodging all of them. But we still have the forward spawns, and that's helped our team get back to the objective. And we do actually take the lead. I would say it's very important, but with 3 minutes remaining, it's not actually that important. Ryan blocking the enemy. Shatter and a big shatter in return. Are taken down. That's 4 of their players down. Damage orb into that room. We can trade here, but ultimately we don't trade because our player survives. We're just going to push straight up to their spawn. Want to flat bounce the orb when we fire it like that. Ryan's pushing out. Grab over onto the Ryan. Ramatra's actually on us, so we're going to fade around the corner and hide a little bit. It's obviously going to be a heal orb aimed out towards the Xayah. We can reverse it if we need to. Good idea to do so with the Ryan, but I think it just ran out of capacity. So Bastion is tracking us here. We're going to fade all the way back. Need that instant heal with the mini as well. Coalescence. Cassidy could wait and flashbang us, but they're opting to just push forward. Yeah, unlikely we're going to be able to do too much here. Haven't got our fade. Maybe if we'd orbed a little bit earlier, might have survived the hit and then bought a second or so. But enemy team pushing it over back towards this middle checkpoint. We do get the forward spawn in time, but we're certainly unable to contest the robot to make sure that we get forward spawns again afterwards. Cassidy hitting some shots and just out of range of us. Don't want to fade into that Bastion ult either. Ryan taking a bit of damage up top, but we'll go and support him. Try and play for the window, but actually it's a bit too late for that. Heals over onto the Zen, heals over onto the Ryan. Heal orb there, we have to reverse that one because it's not doing anything for our team. The reverse got a little bit of extra healing over onto the Ryan. A kill there would have been huge. Oh, we go to heal up top. No, Ryan's also weak. This is a problem. 1 minute 10, and I mean, we probably should not be staggering ourselves here. Maybe we can set a trap though. Try and outskill the Cassidy. Ramattra circled. Made that a lot more difficult. Okay, enemy team getting very close, not just to taking the lead, but also to taking the game. So we've got to be careful. High Noon takes down our Zen, and Shatter comes out over onto our team. This is going to be a problem. Okay, we need to somehow perform a miracle here. Up onto some high ground, but Ryan can hit us. We've got to make sure that we're dodging around as much as possible. Have to back off the high ground, fade back over onto the high ground. We need our heal orb. We didn't get there in time, but our Zenyatta with Transcendence over onto the objective. Is he just going to be able to hold on here? Players still going down. Do not leave this objective. There's only 20 seconds to go, go, go. As our team, can we get a heal orb or something out to them? It's going to be a heal orb. We've got to get anything over onto our team. Enemy team's going to be spawning so far away. We've got our fade. We can still play up onto the high ground. Ryan's taken down. I would say don't push the robot here, but we're kind of just trying to attack the players. Does give them a little bit of extra contest time, but surely they don't have the players here to do anything about this. And we just about managed to clutch it out there, holding on and take the game. 8,700 damage, 25 eliminations with 7,600 healing. That was a close one. Moira held like a Spartan. Thank you very much. Guys, hope you enjoyed something a little bit different. I actually enjoyed playing them, but then, you know, when you're unintentionally smurfing, sometimes the games just feel enjoyable like that. So we'll have to see as we rank up, and who knows, maybe we'll play some more. GG's, see you soon. Like the video, please.